Black Adam is a new story that we
Yes.
getting. Good old Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He always going to have The Rock in the middle of his name for me. Aldous Hodge is in there.
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan, a.k.a.
Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate, yeah.
Dr. Fate.
The other actors and actresses in there, I'm sorry, y'all. I was like, we the top three.
Yeah. You got...
I don't know if it's Sarah Shahi.
Shy.
Noah.
Yeah.
Tessa. Cyclone and Atom Smasher. That's what you call
Right.
him. That's who everybody's gonna call him when they see him in the streets.
Right.
Cyclone
and Atom Smasher.
But yeah. This thing was action packed. It was a tight knit story that I think was because it was it's like basically one location.
Right.
But it was a tight little story, origin story too, where it wasn't that much to it. It was kind of like reading a one-shot comic.
Right.
Just filing through a page and like, all right, that was dope. And all the action was action packed. I enjoyed all the fucking action. I liked all the characters that they had in there. The only thing might have been lacking a little bit is that it was kind of rushed, small, tight knit story. It had pros and cons in that.
Yeah.
And I wish they could have delved into like the heroes a little bit more.
Yeah,
gave us a little bit more on Hawkman, and Dr. Fate at least.
Right.
But
I think they didn't.
What'd you think of it?
For this,
Come on now, you ain't like it.
It was definitely a young Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's inner kid dream.
Okay.
Film.
You know. That says a lot.
Yeah.
That says a lot. I like that. Yeah.
This was his inner kid dream film. So and with that, and I would say that I love the action sequence.
Yeah.
It was very good as far as the action. The CGI was definitely good. I definitely wish that they did a little bit more character depth.
Yeah.
In the story.
Yeah. For other characters or him? For him, I think it was
even for him in itself. I mean, even though he changed up his origin story from the comics, but I think that it should have gave a little bit more depth to the story, to the story. For this movie, for me, I felt like we was just all on surface level with everything.
Yeah.
And then too, like, I will say the one CGI part that kind of like I was like,
it's gonna be the same one that I'm thinking of probably.
The body,
yes,
with the head. I'm like,
when they first showed it, it was like jarring. I
was
like, he a little too big for that,
right? It's like. Really? I was like,
he can like thin his face, maybe,
right? I was like, come on.
Later on, it was okay when he was kind of like a little bigger.
I was like,
that kind of. Because we damn sure ain't used to seeing him like that,
right?
And I think they should I don't know if they didn't make his face thinner for that scene.
They could have like got him to, I don't know, they could have shaved off something on his facial or something.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, but you
wanted to see more of his origin.
I wanted to see more of the origin as far as like going into detail as far as like, okay, it was his son that the Wizards end up pulling in, and then his son ended up transferring his powers over to his dad.
Yeah, which they try to leave you to believe that it was the son was him the whole time.
Right.
I don't even think they needed that.
They didn't.
You don't need a twist at the end. You just tell the story.
Right.
And then let us watch.
Right.
Whatever time you spent on that twist ending twist could have been, just.
So,
and
then what I felt like, which they kind of put out there in the film, because I was like, good, I'm glad they addressed this, is when Justice Society came over.
Yeah.
They talking about we want to give, peace. And she was like, really? I ain't seen y'all in over 20 years. Where y'all been at?
Now we got a hero. Y'all want to come over here and take it from us? Nah.
And then they did more damage, actually more than he did.
Yes, they did. Especially fucking Atom Smasher's ass.
Right.
Get the hell out of here.
Right.
Stopping cars and then falling on shit. Hey man, we had that statue up there for a while.
I know.
Falling on monuments and shit.
I was like, and then, I was like, with that, I was like, he didn't do enough for Amanda Waller to send this video to Justice Society for one, because
I think she knew the history of him.
Well, this is the thing.
Yeah, I don't think he did anything yet.
No,
she just knew that probably he was resurrected.
Right.
We'll get him, but like,
right, he is for one. Okay, now we
don't take no chances.
We have to. We got to talk about the timeline here. What DC is operating on
because Amanda Waller's in it.
Because Amanda Waller,
like, where is the Suicide Squad versus
and then you have the Justice Society compared to the Justice League, where it's like, okay, Justice Society wasn't around when the Justice League was around. Justice Society was before the Justice League.
Did they show? Oh, did it say present day or something like that?
Yeah.
Or did it say 2022?
Right. I mean, it was pretty much like present day.
Did it say that anywhere? I forget if it said it anywhere. I'm like, when I saw flying bikes, I was like, is this the future?
Well, that's because
but that was technology.
And see, that was another thing because they said that his hometown was taken over by people from somewhere else. Thus, the flying bikes.
Yeah.
So I was like, if you're gonna have somebody that's taking over his country from somewhere else, but you saying that's why the technology is the way it is. But see, if they're using the technology, there, that it doesn't add up because they use the Eternium
right.
to power their technology.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm under the belief that it's in the future because I should have buried the lead, but because. Spoiler for anybody that didn't see it. We doing spoilers, but because Old Cavill. Old Cavill came out, man. I was so fucking happy.
I knew he was coming out, but I was.
But because he came in there, okay. But I gotta assume it's the future because what Amanda Waller said.
But see.
Why is he doing whatever? Like, when the hell did he start doing some shit for her?
But see now,
like something had to happen.
If that's the case, if this is going to be the future. Yeah. Amanda Waller should be a lot older than what she is.
Maybe, I don't know.
You know.
I mean, I don't know how much further in the future, but I'm saying like, post.
Because if
Batman v Superman post the Suicide Squad, it could be 10 years, I'm saying. So, a lot can happen in 10 years.
Are we saying that Justice, now, like, this is, because this is going to be a question now. Is Justice League over with and we're just going to be going with the Justice Society now?
That's another question too, man. Because
I
don't know if they're gonna get Ben Affleck. We don't know what's gonna happen in this fucking Flash movie. One of the reasons because we don't know what the heck Ezra Miller doing. But
they've been doing reshoots on that, so
I know. And you know what the speculation is?
And they saying that they reshot some stuff with Ben Affleck as Batman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when they did the test screening. And how everything have now transpired, and they pushed the thing back because where the Flash was supposed to come out, Michael Keaton was supposed to be Batman and would kind of introduce his character.
He's still in it though, right?
I don't know.
I think he's getting a bigger part because speculation is, or what I would like to hear, would like to see is like them to do like a Flashpoint story where Batman is more like
Sinister?
More center stage than the Flash.
Oh, center
and they take the word Flash out of the title and just call it like
Flashpoint,
something else, or
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how they do that.
It has to be a Flashpoint story, right?
Yeah, it would definitely have to be. I don't know how they plan on doing it because with Ezra Miller now and.
Facing 26 years in prison.
Dude.
All right, let's not get into all that. But
okay, but with this here,
the one we still got Wonder Woman out there. Like
we still have Wonder
Woman. Definitely got Aquaman out
and
there.
Aquaman.
These motherfuckers put their asses in the seats and shit.
No, yeah,
So that's why I said if it's 10 years in the future,
it would have to go with Justice.
He even had the damn curl. Superman had the little curl. They played the OG music for him and everything. Yeah. I was saying this can't be the same. I don't know.
I would say. That would be the best solution for
to be DC, a few years in the future
for Warner Brothers to go with is like to go with Justice Society not Justice League,
Yeah.
and have him being Superman a part of Justice Society and start building that up and everything.
Oh, you think he's a part of Justice Society?
I mean, that would be the only solution to go with right now until like.
Yeah, see, damn, this
because
leaves so many questions.
Yeah.
Because they have that Justice League, but it seems like Justice League is like, all right, Batman, it's Justice League thing,
right?
Because it kind of made him start it,
right?
Like, and then Justice Society is something under Amanda Waller's.
Well, see, and that was because
Watch
like,
or something like that.
Even in the comic, they didn't take place in the same time.
Oh no, yeah. Justice Society was back in the day.
Yeah.
Which I thought this movie was happening back in the day.
Right. So because
they can't.
And even if that happens,
with the post credit, you can't do that unless the movie took place in something in the post credit scene.
It's a throwaway because Superman wasn't around back in the day.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
No, I mean if it was like the movie happened in the past and then the post credit happened in the future, but I was just saying like
because they came to his place with a drone.
Yeah. And then
yeah. So
I just think it's the future.
That's
all I can say. The future, but we don't know where Justice League is at this point in the future.
Right, and this is where like Warner Brothers is looking for. They're looking for their Kevin Feige. Yeah. And I was like, oh, really?
About to hire somebody. And the guy, I think the guy turned it down. I forget why he turned it down. What's his name? I ain't gonna remember all his corporate names and stuff. Something Lee, maybe. But anyway.
Wait, he turned it down?
Yeah. Because I think he got an offer to do something somewhere else, like, but had more freedom to do what he wanted to do. Because it was like, you got the comic movies and you got to work on certain perimeters.
Right.
But like the other thing offer that he had was more free
to
do, so he took that one.
See,
I was like, where the money at? No
look,
put my ass in there.
I was sitting there. I was like, look, I am definitely game for being DC's Kevin Feige. I'm like,
I'm just joking, but I can see you being in there.
I'm like, bro, I would be sitting there. I'm like,
making the movies.
It was like, all right, guys, this is what we doing. We need to get this right here. We need to get this together.
Go to Home Depot. Not Home Depot. Go to whatever supply store and grab me some Post-it notes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Post-it note this whole wall here.
I'm gonna need like this whole wall to be a whiteboard right now. We're gonna be sitting there.
Paint chalkboard on this wall.
It was like, yeah, if we know Marvel had their 10-year plan, we're gonna do one better. We're gonna do 20. Okay. It's like, sure, we're gonna come up with this. I was like, man, because I was like, and that's what.
So I can dread and be excited at the same time about where it's gonna go.
I mean, and my thing is too with this is like he introduced in the post credit with Superman, and I was like, I think it was kind of I get that he wants to do the Black Adam versus Superman movie, but to me, I felt like he should have did Shazam first. He should introduce Shazam first because
they might still do that next.
That's more closely tied to his character.
Yeah, because
before Superman.
That's another thing. Well, I think I was gonna say that's another reason why I think this was such a tight knit story because it didn't allow other people to get involved. Like that.
Yeah.
If it was like the story took place in like a couple weeks or it was in different places.
Right.
If it wasn't just in
Kahndaq.
Yeah. Kahndaq.
Yeah.
That's how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Right. If it just wasn't there, if it was only, if it was outside of there more so than where they took him to the ice place in Amanda Waller's prison, then like Shazam or other people would be alerted or people would say, where was Shazam? Or where was Batman?
Right.
Why didn't Superman come through there?
Right. Now, like you said,
because I'm sorry. All right. Because you got me thinking about the timeline. I'm thinking if she had Superman already, he would have been the only person needed to send there.
Right.
And not the Justice Society.
Right.
And she was talking to him like, yeah, well, we got people in that. Like, did he...
Yeah.
When did shit happen?
Right. Exactly.
When did this shit happen?
So, now
it makes you think it has to happen right before Superman, right before Man of Steel.
Right.
And then the post-credit scene right after Suicide Squad or something like that.
Yeah.
Or around that time.
Yeah.
Because she didn't know of Superman until later or whatever.
Later. Yeah. It had to.
Why you bring that question up?
Look, I'm just.
It's a good question.
Yeah,
where y'all think it came up?
Yeah.
Y'all got any idea where this shit came up?
Yeah,
what time, where it takes place?
It would have to, like, because...
Did I not pay attention enough in the theater?
Look, I'm just saying, because everything that I saw, I was like, okay, it had to have taken place, like, in the past. I mean, that's the only way for this to have played out, to have taken place in the past, before Superman, before, like, all of that. I mean...
Yeah.
So...
You think she looks younger? Amanda Waller?
I think they should have... If, like...
That could have given
they
you
could,
a little,
yeah, because if there was going to be...
or aged her, then you would know.
Right. And they didn't. They just left her the way she was. And I'm like... It's like, okay, so where is this taking place? You know?
She just... The Woman King right now up in there, just... Woman King strength. We don't know where how old she is.
Yeah.
But
so...
how do you feel about this guy? How do you feel about Dr. Fate's powers and the way he looked in Pierce Brosnan and all that? I was digging it.
Brosnan was great. I mean, he's a great actor.
Yeah.
He was solid for me as Dr. Fate.
Yeah.
I thought he was really good as far as doing that role.
Mm-hmm.
And the outfit looks great on him.
Yeah, I agree. The details.
Yeah. And I kind of wish that he didn't die.
We spoiling shit.
You know, I was like, man, that sucks.
I wonder how if they're going to, because you know in the comics the helmet gets
chooses.
Yeah. And it gets me excited because Zatanna's dad had the helmet.
Right.
And I'm like, this is one step to bringing Zatanna in, man. I've been wanting that. It was almost a movie at one point, and then like that got like canceled. Oh, really? A series. You know, I've seen her. You've seen her in series before, but they ain't give her just due because she's powerful.
I think that for now his magical ability, his magic. I don't know. It's because I have saw a video saying something about this. Maybe it's been playing in my head.
What's up?
But about his magical abilities matching Doctor Strange's magical abilities as well.
Oh, what are you saying? You don't believe it, or?
No, I think they could have used a different template for him using his magical properties.
So you didn't like that?
So it didn't match. So it didn't
stuff.
match Doctor Strange.
Did it?
Yeah, with the whole mirror dimension.
Oh yeah, it looked like mirror dimension, just colored differently.
Just a little bit. So you know,
he didn't use the
he used the circle
like
and the sling ring, but I was like
multiplied itself. You think it was copying?
I was like, okay. But in all, I think Dr. Fate was like really good.
Yeah, I think they might have depowered him a little.
Yeah, a little, just a tad. Now, the other character.
Oh, who we talking? Hawkman.
Hawkman, bruh.
I like Aldous Hodge. I like Aldous Hodge a lot.
He portrayed. I think he did a lot of character research on Hawkman.
Yeah, on Carter.
Yeah, because I was like, the aggression that he gives for him, I was like, dude, he definitely read the comic books as far as how because Hawkman
Carter Hall, I think. Yeah, he's a hothead.
He's very hot headed, and he just didn't listen to nobody and stuff, and but for him to use him as a punching bag for the movie, I was
He kept he kept asking for it though.
Yeah, he really did. I was like, man, and
he was getting it in. He got us some. I like they didn't play him sweet. Like they show Hawkman is strong and he's durable, and because he got some good hits in. Yeah, but it was like Black Adam,
right? And then he went against Sabak too, and I was like, bro, you ain't gonna do that well. If you couldn't do Black Adam, I was like, there's no way you're gonna be able to take Sabak down.
When they was all when Superman went bad and Hawkman was trying to,
right?
And Shazam, Black Adam and Shazam is like fighting Superman kind of. So he did his best.
Yeah. And I was sitting there, and they had the moment to where he was going to rip his wings off.
Oh, dear God.
I was like, oh, man. I was like, oh, they better not take his wings off. I was like, that's going to hurt. But see,
I like how they did the wings, too, when they come out.
They come out, but
they look good.
Now, because the thing is that those people, that's their natural thing, that they have wings. His people have those wings. That's part of them.
Does his character have it? I thought just Hawkgirl was that because Hawkman I know.
No, their whole
different Hawkman.
Their whole civilization.
Oh yeah, I know. They're like they do have it. I didn't know. I know somebody wore one.
Yeah, so that was
one rendition of him.
That was a different rendition where they put it on as far as like he wore the wings, but the actual people, the race they had.
What Hawkgirl looked like? That's what I'm like. Where Hawkgirl?
Dude, I'm sitting on that, and I'm like, okay. So I was like, so he doesn't have the wings, and where is his suit coming from? It's like, so and it's like
these movies get on my nerves. Man. Like micro, whatever you call them, nanobots.
I'm like,
he jumps out the plane, nanobots.
I'm like, bro,
your helmet materialized.
Yeah, it's like he just does this, and his suit just comes. I'm like,
I need that.
That just
wake up in the morning.
It doesn't go in. Really, it just clothes just come out and materialize. It's like, yeah, all right, I need to get dressed. It's like, not that color, different jeans.
Oh, that's a Stark technology.
So it's like, okay, where it's so those are the questions. Like, I'm watching it and I'm like,
all speculation.
Yeah, it's like I'm sitting up here thinking, I'm like, okay, I gotta stop thinking about production.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh man, that's me all day.
Watch the film, and it's like
I let myself go in this one. I was like, just enjoy.
It was, and and I was like, I was watching everything, and I was like, oh okay. But then after the movie, I started thinking about it, and I was like,
where did
that come from? Where did that come from? And then like I'm sitting there, and it's like the whole ship is made out of
nth metal.
Nth metal. And I'm
that's
like,
a rare metal.
I'm like, where did you get nth metal from?
He's down to the screws. I'm like, God damn.
I was like, where did you get this from?
That's why I wanted. That's where when he said that too, I was like, ooh, nth metal. They introduced that somewhere. Or we're gonna be talking about that a little bit more.
I know, right? I'm like, so we're gonna have a Hawkman movie. There's got to be because. That's the only way you're gonna be able to explain.
I would love that, just for Aldous Hodge. I like that actor.
Yeah,
just for him to have that movie.
Just to explain like where he came from.
Yes.
Where nth metal is just gonna appear on the planet Earth out of nowhere now. Mm-hmm. So you have to come up with this like origin story where this stuff comes from.
That's why I said it seemed like just like a one shot quick.
Yeah.
Story, which Ken heard the story, but it still was like just a like little ball of action that I enjoyed.
Right. Yeah.
How you feel about? Oh, Adam Smash.
Oh, man.
I think it's cool comic relief.
He was definitely the comic relief of the film. Yeah. Him coming in with a bug of chicken.
Hey, because he gotta eat.
He gotta eat.
And he's using his granddad's suit and stuff.
Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler.
Yeah, I was like, yes.
Oh,
man.
I think I was the only person in the audience that knew. I
was sitting there. I was like, I was the same way, too. So if we was in the movie, I would have been like, I was like... Okay, because I was sitting there, I was looking at everybody's just sitting there.
Hold on now. So if it's his grandfather's suit, talking about the damn timeline again, because he brought it the fuck up. With Henry Winkler, the OG JSA, and then this is a new JSA from what timeline is it? God damn it, where does this take place? Does it tell you in the credits?
Yep.
Let me see something real quick. Nearly 5,000 years. That ain't telling me nothing.
Yeah.
5,000 years after he was bestowed, Black Adam is free from his tomb. When? Justice. Unique form of justice on the modern world. That's so vague.
Yeah, that is very vague. I think they did that on purpose because they knew.
They don't know. I don't think they know yet.
And that's the thing. And it's like they have to. I think that Warner Brothers. I think that they kind of screwed themselves in the foot when they was like. They just gave these directors full autonomy as far as just to create anything. And it was like, oh, yeah, that's fine. Just go ahead and do this. But
which director? Or no, which director? But like,
what
movie? Like just like Snyder stuff and then Suicide Squad?
Yeah, this. Well, Snyder had he had a universe that he was building.
Yeah.
But it was like, no, we ain't going to do that. But then you had these other directors that was like, well, we got a script for this. Oh yeah, let's do this. Let's create this. Let's create that. Let's create that. Oh yeah, we like that. Yeah, let's create that. And it's like, okay, now you got all these movies out, and it's like,
how they tie in?
How does everything tie in together? Oh no, they all stand alone. What?
The same actors and same different movies. Like,
right. It's like you can't have them stand alone if you're gonna have somebody from this to be in this, and then and so that I think they kind of screwed themselves in the foot that way, because like if you want to decide to jump into this comic book world here,
like the franchise as a creator, you mean?
Yeah. It's like, if you're gonna get into this pool, you got to make sure you have everything in a row, because the fandom.
Oh yeah, they keep track.
They vicious.
Yeah,
and they keep track of everything, and it's like,
it's like you asking about the damn timeline. Yeah.
Like, yeah. And it's like, okay, where is this taking place? It's like, because you have the Joker. Is his own timeline, which it can be, because you have Joaquin Phoenix, and then you have Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. Yeah, that is old world, and then you have Matt Reeves, the Batman. Yeah, and that is its own world. Yeah. So now,
I mean, you throw, if Jason Momoa pop up in fucking the Joker, then like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like,
yeah. You can't do that. So then you have.
I almost thought this was going to be its own thing too. I almost did, but then like, oh, all right.
Right. Then he put in Henry Cavill Superman in here, and it's like,
and Amanda Waller, who I didn't know was going to pop up.
And then too is like, here we go. Is like, you do this, and you put Henry Cavill in as Superman. That's fine. Yeah. But then now you just tied him to Snyder's
and
universe,
everything else that was going on with that.
If you're gonna put Henry Cavill in, but you don't want to have him tied to the Snyder universe, use a different Superman outfit.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I know. I was waiting for that too. I think that's going to be the same. Yeah. The only thing new was that curl. He had he had the little curl thing.
So it's like, now you just pretty much just tied yourself to the Snyder universe. Yeah. And it's like, are you gonna bring Zack Snyder back?
I would like to see that. There's a lot of people that don't want to see that. Yeah. But I would like to see that. I would love to fucking see that. I truly want to see what Ben Affleck's Batman movie is gonna look like. Because he's going to direct. He's supposed to direct and star.
Oh yeah.
I just want to read the script. I want the story, read the script at least.
I don't know. I had an issue with his Batman. Because of the voice box thing and stuff, and I'm like, bro, I'm like, come on now, you old enough, you can pull it off. I was liking it just what it was.
I just like that Superman, that Batman. Even in that Wonder Woman, and that Joker and Harley, I just wanted to see that world.
I didn't care for
blossom. There could be a whole new world.
I didn't care for Jared Leto's Joker.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying for that world. Right. I thought it was okay for what they did. He's not my favorite Joker. Yeah. But I've seen so many renditions of Joker, and this can just be another one. Yeah. Like I said, it's not the best. He ain't the best Joker. But for that world, it worked, especially for
the Justice League
for his vision in Suicide Squad. The way all those characters were, and that director, like,
for which Suicide Squad?
For Suicide, not the Suicide. For Suicide, the first one.
The first one
that got me.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
yeah. I would say that, I don't know. They have to sit down.
Oh, that's what, because you're saying they got to wrap it up. That's what I think. Even right now, like with Black Adam, we got to know. Well, people want to know where it falls in, because if you want to do a story like this where it's so tight knit and these characters popping out, I don't know where you got Nth Metal talking about this and this and that, and just bringing certain elements into the movie. Right. If it has another movie where we understand that already and it's already established in that, then you can bring that in there, like what's it called, Vibranium. Right. Mentioned in other movies. Oh, Black Panther. Oh, we know Vibranium. Right. We, can reference it there. But also, what was I gonna say? I think they're gonna try to reboot everything with Flash,
Yeah.
Which is why I want to wait till Flash come out. To
That's what
even
I think
get too
everybody is
critical.
like waiting for Flash to come out.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know if they made a statement on it or not. But is this new shit? Whatever Zack Snyder directed, is that not supposed to be around? And this is something new because you know how they did with Daredevils and She-Hulk, but it's not the Daredevil from Netflix.
Right.
It's the same actor, but the same actor that played Kingpin. But they release statements and like they know, and
they're saying that, but
it's
even
not
with
the same.
But even with that, it's not the Netflix Daredevil, but it's interesting how they're doing that because they're pulling certain things from the Netflix series that has going to be a part of the.
But it's at least been said,
right?
And like a press release or something like people, even if people don't know press releases and they see him, I mean, I don't know, they just be like, oh, it's the same one. Why he's just watered down a little bit for Disney?
Yeah.
But they've said and made statements not the same one,
right?
But for these DC, like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And so that's a Flash.
I don't think they know what's going on.
You know, maybe Aquaman or something like that. I don't know.
Because they pushed them back. You know, they pushed Flash back. They pushed Aquaman back, and now Aquaman is not coming out until like 2024. Yeah. So it's like
because they got to redo shit or add shit.
Yeah, and it's like okay, and then you have a third Wonder Woman film that's going to be working on. They're going to be shooting next year. So
yeah. Well, I hope it redeems itself.
You didn't like 84? Wonder Woman 84?
Not too much. Not too much. Oh man, the plot holes in that. Yeah, not too much.
Yeah,
the action I liked, and I like seeing Wonder Woman in action.
Yeah.
The story.
It was.
I'm not a 13-year-old. I don't know. I'm not 10.
Right.
I don't believe in Santa Claus anymore, so I can't believe this is happening. Anyway, it's too much that, you know what I mean? Too much you gotta disbelieve or believe, whatever.
Right.
Let's talk about Quintessa Swindell real quick. Give her props. She did good.
She did really good.
She was messing up the town too, taking pipes. I mean, I'm sure they're trying to build something, and she was messing up the city too. But
yeah, I mean, they just came in and wreaked havoc all over that darn town.
She was cool. I like her how she's smart. She's the tech geek.
Yeah, she's like,
I don't know how much I feel about her having to spin herself to make it work. That got me a little dizzy. It looks beautiful though.
It does look beautiful. The way
she works and everything.
You know, she's like spinning and as the wind and stuff.
I swear there's gonna be a shot where he looks at her like, "The hell are you doing?" Because when they introduce him on the ship and he's like, "What's your power?" And she's like, "Wind. What's yours?" And he's like, "I grow." I'm like, "All right, he's big. He get big. He probably like try to, he did punch him down and stuff." And I like the wind. I was just like, it got to be a scene where she like throw some wind at him or something. And I'm like, fuck is that supposed to say? God, what the wind gonna do? I see she throwing pipes at him and stuff. He just like,
yeah. And
he saw the pipes coming down. He just,
I don't know. I was like expecting, if you're gonna call it, they called it what? Cyclones?
Cyclone?
Cyclone. So I'm thinking about twisters. You know?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like huge tornadoes like coming around. You know.
You thought it was gonna be a stronger boost?
Yeah,
like more focused.
Something that's gonna be able to like
Cyclone.
At least lift him up off the ground and everything. He's just standing there looking at her like she throw these pipes and surrounding him and everything. He's like, yeah, okay,
pipes.
But I love that they use that she's really smart. She's really brilliant.
Yeah,
and she's got a really high IQ to help do whatever that needs to be done. And then the subtle underlay of the love interest between her and Adam Smasher.
Oh, flirting, the little flirts.
Yeah, I was like, okay, all right, I guess they're both kids, so
throw that in there. They had time for that.
Yeah,
just the flirting.
Yeah,
if they was like, I love you, by the end of the movie, I was like, all right, you're doing too much.
What are you doing? But I was like, okay, so. Even with that, they kind of left it like, okay, there's something that's going to be developed in there. So, which in turns is that there is going to be some form of another movie or
with them in it,
or a Justice Society film with them to be able that's going to take place after this or something, because
one would hope. I mean, they don't have to do exactly like Marvel. Everybody got their own movie, but you got these three characters.
Three characters now because Dr.
If you
Fate
introduce somebody else,
right?
then it's like, all right, you can have rebuild a Justice Society movie,
right? And even still, like, you know, they can like to lead up to fill in the gaps of the timeline. You know, that leads up to like the downfall of the Justice Society, the build up of Justice League or something.
I gotta see Flash first though. Still,
you know, and that's where everybody's banking on is Flash.
Flash giving answers.
You're right. Flash is gonna be able to solve and give answers to everything that's happening with DC right now. Because this is the last DC film for this year.
Aquaman will come out for
until 2024.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they pushed that back.
The 2024 they got pushed back too. Oh shit, I didn't know. God damn, man, what the fuck going on?
So now
the Flash is next year though. Right?
We have Flash next year. Then they have the Blue Beetle, which
next year too.
Next year, and I'm like Blue Beetle.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm like,
you weren't familiar, or you
like,
just ain't.
You just pulled some. What?
He might be on the Justice Society. Real though. Throw him on the Justice Society. He ain't big enough for the Justice League. Like, put him on Justice Society.
Blue Beetle. Of all the characters,
I like it though.
He pulled out Blue Beetle.
Representing like, Latin next.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. We going with the inclusion here. Okay, great.
I mean,
that's good. That's all good. But it was like
they the only reason I like the character too.
Of all the characters,
I want to see it see him in action.
DC got a buttload of characters.
They probably did the math on it.
They could have pulled from like Batwoman.
Like, where you at? Like
Static.
Like Static Shock.
Well, Michael B. Jordan is Static. You know, they're working in development right now.
I know about that.
And I was like, okay, all right, you know, and they got Batwoman. I'm like, why did you cancel that?
Oh man. Oh, the series or
no, the movie?
Yeah,
they did. They Batwoman.
I remember that.
They could have. I was like, serious? Why?
The reason was that they watched it and it wasn't good or something like that. But then they went and what they put out? They put out something right after, and they was like, "Oh, another Morbius." People were like, "Oh, but you put Morbius out?" Oh no, they didn't put out Morbius.
Sony did Morbius.
I forget it anyway. But yeah, they canceled Bad Girl because I mean, they whatever money you put into it,
they was afraid they wasn't gonna be able to make their money back off of that. But they had a private screening of it, and from what I hear, that it wasn't that bad.
I heard that they were saying it was bad, and that's why. But there were people coming out later saying it wasn't that bad enough to be canceled or something like that.
Right.
Hey. Wasn't Michael Keaton there too? Can we bring the motherfucker back already? God damn.
You know, I'm like, man, because it's like I'm literally.
I think they'd have got asses in the season. The Bat name would have got it, and then Young Women would have showed up for it.
Yeah, definitely would have showed up for it and everything.
I'm trying to think if it was corny, how would we treat it though? We bash it. Could it disappear?
I mean, you know, I don't know. I think that it's too many people making decisions where you just need one person. Yeah. And it has the full timeline of everything as far as like, okay, guys, no, we can't do that right now. We're doing this. That's going to lead to this and stuff. And, you know, they do. They need a Kevin Feige. So Warner Brothers.
They need that.
Come and call me. Oh, you know.
Hit him up.
Hit me up, you know. I was like.
They need a post-Flash plan, which is probably why Aquaman got pushed back so far.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't know where the Justice League at, especially after Black Adam. We don't know where it's at. But we had to put Black Adam out to get some money because The Rock is in it.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, this guy. These two were great, too. He was a great comic relief. The uncle.
Hey, the uncle was so funny.
No, yeah, you want your...
I'm an electrician.
I'm an electrician. What the hell is that? Yeah, Dr. Faye, how he going to die? Well, how am I going to die? Just stay away from electricity. Okay. Oh, hold on.
I'm an electrician.
When Black Adam was like... Oh, you don't want to. He's who would teach him violence? Oh, you want his father to teach him violence? He's like, oh no. That's my uncle. That's my brother. How you like the little boy, man? Some people was like the little boy was kind of annoying.
He was.
I think it's
he was. I was like,
I think he's pretty cool. I think he's nice. A little skateboard kick push.
I was like, you know what? Even though I know you playing your role and that's what I'm like, bro, you're doing it too well. I was like, he was like, move. He was like, so how do you people that don't get out of my way?
Well, yeah.
And he continues to talk, and he just picks him up.
Why'd you take care of this guy?
I'm like, oh my goodness.
This motherfucker would not use a goddamn door. He walked out the first one. I'm like, just moving the couch. I'm like, oh man, damn, people gotta pay for this. He's like, all right. Then he walked outside, just walked. Yo, who's paying for this wall? Black Adam,
then he gonna be like,
some gold or something.
Oh, they must didn't have doors from when you was around. No, we did. That's what we walked in and out of.
Yeah, look, there's a hole right there.
Like,
big ass hole in my wall. Could you get that? Why he don't use the door? What's wrong with him?
It was like, man.
What is that like? Like, I'm trying to think. It's just like walking through cotton or something.
I don't know. It just
holes in walls.
Just bust through a wall, and I'm like, bruh. I was like, okay, yeah.
The Hawkman helmet almost didn't work for me, but it did. I was like, okay, it's working.
Really? You didn't think so?
Not at first when I saw it, I was like, is it too big? But then as it went on, I was like, no, that's cool.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a knight's helmet. It's like a warrior,
you know what? They probably did it on one of those shots, and then they readjusted it.
Like fucking, what's his name? This Captain America.
Chris Evans?
No, the new one, Falcon.
Anthony Mackie?
Remember the Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Like, the suit, if you see it when he was really like behind the scenes, it's like all big at the neck right here.
Right.
But then like they CGI'd and it was like this.
Right.
Then it's like they had to bring it into the CGI. Yeah, it could have been bigger.
Yep.
But yeah, I think it's cool.
I was like, I think they stuck true to the wardrobe there and everything. Yeah. What about Homeboy?
The villain?
Find out. Yeah, the villain, being the son, the descendant.
I don't know if it was like predictable, kind of, but I
didn't think they was going that route. I was not thinking about that, but I did see, as far as him being a villain, kind of predictable.
Him being a turncoat, turning on him and shit. Yeah. When the rocks fell on him, I was like, is he dead? I thought he seemed a little suspect.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
And then we, of course, found out he did.
And then when he hit him and he wasn't bleeding, I was like, really? I was like, come on now. I would have been like, he was like, give me the crown or I'm killing him. Go ahead. I want to see you shoot him.
Oh.
I would have been like, it wasn't too believable for me, I would have been like, yeah, you ain't getting this crown, bro. Yeah. It was like, because the way he was like sitting there licking and everything, the way they was handling him, I was like, yeah, he young boy was annoying, and the way he's standing there. So, you think the crown is in there? Yeah, it's in here.
Who threw the bull off the mountain in the beginning? It probably was him.
Yeah,
pushed him off the damn mountain.
Well, yeah, I think it was him. Yeah, I think it was.
That's what we found out.
Like, oh man,
because they're going for the crown for themselves.
Yeah, and then you meet Sabak. As far as like when he gets the powers and he, of course, he goes in and into hell.
Yeah,
they was kind of vague on that.
On how it all happened.
Well, yeah, because they it was like. They show quick glimpses of the demons and stuff. They didn't really focus on them, and they showed him, and it was like they flip it upside down. Of course, he's upside down and everything. And
why do you think they did that?
I don't. That's
got something to do.
I don't know. Which is interesting. But see, too, not only that. It's like I'm jumping around here again, people. So Black Adam happens, and then the wizards say in Shazam they had to defeat him because he released the 7 deadly sins. You remember?
Yeah. Because that's how it closed.
You're right.
The movie Shazam closed.
Right. So, like, I thought, me personally. He should have went with that route. Instead of going with Sabak, he should have went with a route of releasing the 7 deadly sins.
Antagonist?
Yeah.
Guy should have did that?
Yeah, well, or Black Adam. Because Black Adam released the 7 deadly sins. That's why the wizards entrapped him. Where they said they made a bad decision and stuff, and it was like
in Shazam they said that.
When they told in Shazam, he told.
But in this movie they trapped him.
They trapped him because of
what the 7?
because they trapped him because he exploded and his powers almost destroyed Kendall. But see, in Shazam, they said they had to deal with him because he released the 7 deadly sins.
So maybe when he exploded Kendall, that was him releasing the 7 deadly sins. I ain't gonna help y'all make y'all fucking story. Get your shit right. Get your shit right. Put Flash out and let Flash reset this whole thing. This takes place after Flashpoint happens.
Now, so because even if they did another Black Adam movie, they won't be able to go back and do that as far as with the 7 deadly sins because now this story has taken place.
Right. This is another dimension.
Right. Hey, let me
this is multiverse.
Multiverse here. So it's like, okay, where we going? You know, because
did he release the 7 deadly sins or did he blow a king up?
Yeah. You know, it's like
blowing up the king released the 7 deadly sins. They just didn't show us that.
But see, look, right.
That don't make sense, no? That ain't helping.
It's like this is the problem when you get people that work in the film industry and they sit down and go and start watching movies, and so we
don't let us piece it together.
We dissect everything, and we be like, okay,
all right, so look, he was Shazam.
It's like,
and we nerds. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm like, come on now.
But in the comic, throw that in there. It's all right. Now the whole day's going. Cancel my 6 o'clock.
It's like, okay. It was like we just. It's just hard, And I already have a hard time with my lady. She was like, stop it.
What? Answering the question?
Yeah. I'll be sitting there watching a movie, and I'm like, but this. She was like, stop it. Stop it. I'm like, but
how?
Did that really happen?
Really?
It was like, stop, just enjoy the movie. It's like,
you gotta do that. It's just tough.
It's so hard, It's like we read the comics, and then we as nerds, geeks, we go into the film industry knowing how this industry operates.
And we got to let go of what we know in the comics.
Yeah, and then
we don't get to see yellow and blue spandex. We get to see black leather.
Right. And then we're like, okay, so I had to forego the comics. Now, if I forego the comics, per your own rules, this is what you did. In this movie here, you referenced Black Adam, showed a whole little hologram of him destroying, said city with the 7 deadly sins.
Oh, they showed it? A hologram?
In Shazam, yeah.
Oh, Shazam, yeah. Okay. Oh, the
Shazam,
wizards, yeah.
The wizards, they showed that.
Right.
So, it's like, and then, because of that, you defeated Black Adam.
Yeah, took his shit away, locked him up.
And now you choose a successor, which is Billy Batson, who is Shazam now. Yeah. Okay. That's all well and good. Now you got Black Adam. Mm-hmm. Gives the power to his son, which in Shazam you said you gave it to. Yeah. The wizards gave it to his son. Yeah. Son in turns give the powers to his dad.
So when the son gave his powers to his dad, that's the same as releasing the 7 deadly sins because the dad is within himself one of the 7 deadly sins. So yes, that's what another thing about that damn twist. I was like, because I went back to that too. I was like, so the young boy was good,
right?
He was cool. So the wizards didn't choose bad,
right?
They chose the son, which is cool,
right?
Son gave it to the dad. The son fucked up,
right?
Not the
wizards.
And there was no 7 deadly sins released. So maybe it was. I don't know what releasing 7 deadly sins exactly looks like. It could look like exploding.
It was pretty much like because they was. Yeah, because it's like were they captured already in the wizard's temple, or how did he release them prior to them being statues in the wizard temple? So and then,
that makes you think when does Shazam take place? Because maybe we ain't get there yet.
Right.
He's going to release the 7 deadly sins in the next movie. But see,
that is still because
I know because it's supposed to take place years ago.
Right, and see the post credit scene is like I said, like the post credit scene. Now, if they were smart,
They wrap it up in Flash.
you know, like with this post credit scene,
yeah,
they could have been like maybe like years later. They could have put that down like in the post credit scene, like after he done did what he did in Black Adam. Okay,
right.
We credits. And then we have post-credit scene, I don't know, 20, 30 years later or
30.
something.
Okay.
Give it 30.
30.
Because that gives time as far as them being able to...
Because it could have taken place in the 60s.
Yeah.
On some Indiana Jones type shit with all the weird motorcycle shit.
But see, I mean...
not Indiana Jones ain't in the 60s.
No,
That's way back. But I'm just saying, like, they got these technology from a stone. But nah,
but see, anyway, even like his posters had Batman, had the update posters of Batman and Superman up in there, and then Wonder Woman up in the kid's room.
Right.
So
he kept punching the fucking Superman.
Yeah, you know, I'm like, bruh, it's so. I was trying to find ways to try to say maybe they could have saved themselves by.
Yeah, because they just retcon fucking Shazam.
Yeah. So now it's like, where does this fit in at? You know, because if you say one...
Unless he just come back and be like, the Wizards lied. They some liars.
But, and then two, like, the trailer shows us Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods, with the Wizard still alive. Apparently.
Yeah.
How? Because he died after he gave...
on the rooftop with him and shit. So maybe he's just not a wizard no more.
Oh, my goodness. It's just...
So how they gonna bring him back? You know how? Flashpoint. Flash. Flash is solving everything.
So to sum it all up,
when's that coming out? You know when that's coming out?
Flash is supposed to come out. It's next year. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's.
Oh, next year? Yeah. Like Christmas, maybe?
Yeah.
Shazam. Oh, I'll be asking like I can't look it up.
Yeah.
2023. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It was December, March. Oh, around March. Nice.
Right. Because Blue Beetle come out before that.
Series. Oh no, movie.
Blue Beetle, the movie.
I ain't even seen nothing about that. Did
No, I haven't seen anything about it either.
2023. What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
I say August now.
Is it in August?
Just keep pushing shit back.
Oh wow.
I keep pushing it back.
And so, and the kid that's playing that is the same kid that's playing in the Karate Kid. I mean, the Cobra Kai.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
That's him, yeah.
So I was like, okay, but now you see, I was like,
but the only way you can make it make sense is to say that they lied, that the wizard lied.
Yeah, and then now
wizard lied to you, man. You even thought he was dead, and he came back alive. Liar.
Right. And then now it's like it's gonna be like trust issues with Billy Batson and the wizard. So it's like, bruh. I'm like, look,
more conflict.
He's like, you said you died. Yeah, it was your last hope, for me to take on your powers and stuff. And that, but finding out you're alive. Not only that, you lied about Black Adam, saying, he didn't release the 7 deadly sins and stuff. So,
look, in a way, he kind of sort of did. That's what he maybe could. Nah, motherfucker, what you talking? What?
Yeah. So.
All right, so you jumped through the loop, and I'm glad you came and talked about that. I wasn't even thinking about the timeline and when this shit took place and nothing like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I came in and crushed Nate's dreams and stuff and everything. But
no, I'm glad. I mean, we, that's what, like, different perspective is what we need. That's why we have, like, multiple perspectives is what we
sure.
need. So,
and maybe I'm just I saw things differently. Maybe you guys see something made in comments and it's like no. It was like this,
I don't know if I'm going back to watch Shazam again, but yeah, if y'all can confirm.
Yeah, because I'm going to go back and watch it again too.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, trying to.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it before the second one come out.
Yeah, for sure. I'll try to see where everything falls and stuff, because I was like, there's a lot of holes. Mm-hmm. Are we not going to address what's going on here?
Rock said, look, this is what I got. We're going to do this movie.
Right.
Put Batman posters in there.
Right.
But hold on, is Batman and Superman supposed to be around? I can put them in there.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and see what those comic books he had in the fell out of bed. I didn't even look at them.
But see, the comics he had in his backpack was Cyborg. He had a Cyborg comic.
He did have Cyborg? Yeah. Like Cyborg from...
It was like... no, it was the Cyborg, like the comic DC Comics, one of DC Comics Cyborg.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like, okay, so Cyborg is around?
That says something about this.
And are we going to, like... So it's like he's a fan of the Justice League.
Yeah. There has to be like a real
Superman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg right now. Are all around. So like,
Aquaman.
Yeah.
And they're definitely in Shazam because he shouts him out in the fucking trailer and shit like that. So.
Right. So it's like, okay.
A post-credit scene in Shazam would be nice to see to have Black Adam in it.
Yeah, I mean,
Black Adam coming in. You know the Wizards lied to you, right? Tie that up real quick. You know the Wizards lied to you, right? Huh? What you talking about? Cut to black. I'm like, huh? What the hell? He lied to you. That says a lot. That covers everything in Black Adam.
Yep.
And Amanda Waller comes in with a cane, like, look, you know that timeline.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh man.
Shit.
Yeah.
But overall, Black Adam gets a thumbs up on it. You recommend it to people. You enjoyed it.
It's a good action movie.
Why I gotta be all this?
You know, it's a good action film. You know, it's another Rock.
I had fucking fun, man.
It's another Rock film,
Rock.
you know.
If you like the Rock, you like this.
Busting through walls and stuff and everything. And you know, because I was sitting there really thinking about it, and it's like, he's almost like one-dimensional.
I mean, because he's supposed to be kind of villainous in this. He did a little bit. He did a little good in that. Like the opening scene, them people getting fucked up and all that. I think was very dope.
Right.
And then like, you know his attitude in the beginning. It was like him and Hawkman.
Hawkman, yeah.
That took me back to the fucking WC shit.
WCW or the WWE?
WWE.
Yeah.
WCW.
Oh man,
WWE.
Just telling our age right now.
Yeah, WWE.
Yeah, WWE. Yeah.
When they're like staring each other down and stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking
forward to more.
I do want to see a little bit more versatility from him.
Yeah, from the Rock.
Yeah, it's just like it was just
Yeah, because he wasn't who he is all the time in this because he was more antagonist than he is in other movies, but it's Dwayne Johnson. And he's such a charming motherfucker, especially on his damn campaign run.
Right.
He's just so charming. And then you go in the movie like, oh, it's The Rock. He good. He'll be good.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't him and it was a different actor, I think you'd go in like, oh, damn, this nigga asshole a little.
Right.
But it's Dwayne. Like, we on your side, buddy. We got. He needed to die. He shouldn't have did that to you. He shouldn't have hit with a pipe. Kill his ass.
Tossed him up.
He was killing everybody. Everybody.
He was like. You're not supposed to drop. You're not supposed to kill anybody. I didn't. That's why I waited till you got there.
Oh, so you just knew I would catch it.
Like, yep. It's like,
I was
like, oh my goodness. I was like, okay.
Yeah, you know. Man. I'm ready to watch. I mean, when I was done, I was like, I can watch this tomorrow again because of the action and shit. It's very fun.
It's definitely rewatchable, you know. Yeah. I would definitely watch it again.
I'm gonna have to because of the timeline thing.
And now I was like, I might be finding other plot holes, you know.
Yeah,
you know,
inconsistencies with other stories.
Like so, I would definitely watch it again because you know it's a breath of fresh air. It's not. Yeah. It's not a Superman film. It's not a Batman film. You know, there's only so many times you can make those same characters over and over again. So it's something different. For sure. So I would definitely sit down and watch it again.
I'm happy a lot of the action took place in the daytime. Wasn't all gloomy and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
For such a dark, you know, it's called Black Adam, and he's such a dark character and what happens and stuff. A lot of it takes place under that bright sun.
Yeah, so it definitely does. It was almost like I felt like it was in Egypt a little bit, but I definitely. I like the simple fact as far as it was almost like his childlike mind to the new world.
Yeah. You know? That's one thing I wish they would have touched on a little bit more to his adapting to new stuff. Like he never seen a car before. Right. Like he could have been like thrown off a little bit. Maybe I mean, who knows how a god like person Is going to respond when he wakes up though.
And
So
it's like, okay.
he was just like, this ain't my world.
You know,
That's
because he wakes up and he's in the tomb and they're shooting at him and he's catching bullets and he says in his native tongue is like, your magic is weak.
Yeah, everything is magic to him, man.
Right. Yeah. And so, going out, seeing like huge helicopters, military helicopters shooting at him, you'd be like, oh, what is this? Is
this a dragon? Or dragons ain't a thing.
Right. I would have been like, because I would have had him like at least circling the helicopter, looking it around, like inspecting it or something, lifting it up, like it's like he's looking up underneath somebody's arm or something. You're like, oh, what is this? Just
ghosting on the side of the thing, like, what you doing in there?
Yeah.
That was a nice slow-mo scene. I like that shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he going through like changing up stuff.
Yeah, he put the thing
putting a grenade in the dude's mouth and there and stuff. So
it's good though, man. It's good.
It was like,
I give it a good.
Okay.
Good.
Now I'm gonna have to reread the comics because they made it where Eternium is like his weakness. It's like his kryptonite.
A little bit.
Yeah. I was like,
they gotta give him something.
Really?
I thought they were gonna play into that more too, like make Eternium like bullets or something, be shooting and shit like that, but they didn't. I was like, what? And then he just went like that and healed himself.
And then he
anyway.
turns the shield off after he goes and shoots at the kid.
Yeah, that kind of confused me too.
Yeah.
Were they not inside?
No, because they was inside of the shield where he couldn't get to him because of the Eternium.
Yeah.
The one thing that for some reason he realized that affects him, and so he getting ready to shoot the gun, and at the same time presses the button to deactivate the shield.
Yeah, so that's why I got confused. Yeah, I was like, is the boy on the outside of the shield or something?
No, he ended up deactivating it when he shoots, and when he presses the button, and then he shoots the gun. So he deactivates the shield.
Oh, I think he did want to die though. We found out that he wanted to die.
Right. So I guess
part of it. Because when I was watching, I got confused. Like, why is the shield down if they're all inside the thing? He can just shoot the young boy.
Right.
I like maybe I missed it, and maybe the mom was on the outside, or he lifted it to let him out. But why would he do that? Because he would just go right in. As soon as that thing is down, he was gonna make his move.
Right.
But he wanted to die. I guess is what we learned later.
Yeah, it's just
at the time it was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, to get Black Adam to explode with his power or whatnot,
which you couldn't predict, but
yeah, and the whole exploding of the power, I was like,
what is that? That's the seventh sense, man. I'm telling you, it's like the 7 cents coming out of his soul, like releasing it. I don't know what that shit is.
I'm like, really? I was like, okay, you saying that he doesn't know how to control his powers, so he explode.
His rage, I guess. He got to keep his temper.
Yeah,
it's like the Hawk, I guess. There's a lot of unanswered questions. We got a good story out of the movie. It was good. We got a good, tight knit story. They ain't winning no Oscars, nothing like that. Yeah, it's a fun time at the theater, man.
Another comic book film, made and stuff. So I think they'll do well. They'll do all right.
Hell yeah. Go check it out, y'all.
They just need to contact me, Warner Brothers.
Oh, there you go.